Okay, so in the previous video we have set up this initial package.json file, and now let's install several node packages to start our development. So I will clear the previous terminal, and in order to install node packages, all you have to type is npm I, and the initial packages that we are going to require is basically Express, and we need colors package as well. Then we can colorize our terminal outputs. Yeah, so initially those stuff will be enough, and we can use .ini package as well if you are going to access our environment variables. Yeah, for now those stuff. Yeah, one more package we need require is nodemon. So nodemon is basically a JavaScript listener to your server application, which means whenever you doing a change to your uh, JavaScript files, it will automatically restart the backend server, right? So it will save a lot of time for you. So let's use this nodemon package as well. Okay, so those are the four main packages that we require. So once you type those stuff correctly, simply press enter. So it will download the necessary node packages to your local device. Okay, so once all the node module packages are downloaded, it will be like this. So yeah, once all the node modules are downloaded, we can add a git ignore file as well, because later on we are going to push our backend to the git environment for the version controlling. Therefore, we don't need to push these node module files to that repository. Therefore, we need to ignore several files. So we can use this .git ignore file to specify those ignored modules. So I will ignore this node module file. So this is not going to do any changes right now. So this will be applied once we are using GitHub for our deployment stuff. Okay, then I can set up now. I can now set up my server file. So let's name it as server.js, and inside this server, basically we are going to initialize our Express application. So I will use several packages. So first thing we require is color application. So on colors require colors, and the second thing we require is .env, because we are going to access our environment variables, and second thing we are going to use is Express. But Express can be set up in a different folder. So let's say in our source folder we are going to create a separate file called app.js. So inside that app.js we can initialize our Express application. So Express require Express. Then once Express was initialized, I can construct Express object, and once it was constructed, I can export it. So export app. Then let's go back to the server. So inside server, I can call that app.js, So it's in the src folder and it's app. So once this was called, basically we have initialized our basic Express application. But in order to visualize whether our server is running or not, let's put some logs as well. So I will initialize my server as app.listen. So I need to specify a specific port number over there. So I will use uh, a variable called port 3000. So I will be listening to this port, and inside the arrow function I need to specify what are the logs that I'm going to print. So for now, let's simply say server is running. Okay, so now we can try our application, but in order to try our application, first we need to point out this server. So what I can do is simply go back to the package.json, and inside there uh, I can simply say server, and I can use nodemon to initialize this server. So nodemon server.js. So now if I go to the terminal and simply say npm run server, then it will run my Express.js application. So whenever I'm doing a change, and it will automatically restart the server for me. So it will save a lot of time for the development. So simply use this nodemon package as well.